Hi friends! After my last dramatic video on Eurofins and the short report by Muddy Waters on Eurofins and my decision eventually to sell my whole Eurofins position, it is quite ironic that this video will concentrate on the newest position in my portfolio, which so happens to be from the exact same industry as Eurofins, but they operate in Japan, this company in question. Let me introduce you to now, with the help of ticker.com, to BML, Biomedical Laboratories. BML Inc. provides laboratory testing and related services in Japan. The company offers general laboratory tests including biochemical and hematologic examinations, special laboratory tests such as RIA, cellular, immunological and DNA analysis, microbiological tests for medical and pharmaceutical societies and organizations, and laboratory tests in tumorology, infectious disease, diabetes, hypertension, allergy and genetic studies. It also develops Frontier and Symphony automation systems which automate pre-processing procedures and from sorting to dispensing and subsequent test procedures, and provides electronic medical chart for networking, medical information, as well as offers preventive medicine services. In addition, the company provides food sanitation control and food processing services, comprising contract services for microorganism testing of raw materials and prepared and processed foods, environmental hygiene testing of food processing facilities and kitchens, and microorganism testing services, as well as assesses genetically modified organisms. Further, it provides drinking water and wastewater tests, work sanitation management services such as measurement of ethylene oxide gas, formaldehyde, organic solvents and dust, environmental monitoring services including measurement of indoor contaminants and other indoor environmental variables, and biological dioxin monitoring services. Additionally, the company offers analysis services for residual agricultural chemicals, dental test services for dental caries and periodontal diseases, consulting services for the approval of pharmaceuticals, investigative analysis services to pharmaceutical manufacturers, and gene expression analysis and testing for genes that cause susceptibility to infectious diseases. BML Inc. was founded in 1955 and is headquartered in Tokyo, Japan. Poof, there were lots of difficult English words there. I'm sorry, I am not a native English speaker. I'm from Finland. Nevertheless, hope you got some idea of what BML does. So why do I like BML? The thesis is naturally for me quite similar as with Eurofins earlier. I think the industry will only grow in the future along with scientific knowledge that concerns us humans and our surroundings, vital industry in terms of our health. This is also first Japanese company in my portfolio, so it's nice to have some exposure to Japanese market too. Japan has one of the oldest, if not the oldest populations of the world, so there's a big domestic market for BML and tests they provide. There is strong insider ownership with the company, which is always a plus, as long as your biggest shareholder does not do any shady stuff. Future will tell who is wrong and who is lying, Eurofins or Muddy Waters. Anyway, on top of the insider ownership, there is a working culture in Japan that places high value on long careers in the same company, and this applies to BML too. I like my management being long-term oriented always, and I guess with Japan you kind of get it with these kind of companies. BML is investing in growth in Japan and is expanding its floor space. There is new extra floor space for their facilities coming up, and their biggest testing site, I guess, will have more floor space starting this summer, so they are ready with one of their big renovations. Economies of scale rule also in the testing industry, like in so many other industries too, so growth is needed to stay competitive, I believe. Of course, when you do your own valuations, remember to filter out all COVID-related positive shocks to BML's business in order to determine the true value of the company. Obviously, COVID was a huge boost for their business, as for many peers of BML, Eurofins. They all had big boosts with their business during COVID times. Then when discussing growth options, BML has many. And this is probably the biggest catalyst what made me invest in BML. BML has a huge pile of cash that it can deploy to grow organically or via acquisitions. 61% of the current market cap is in cash. BML has lots of strategic options on the table and I do like that. Buybacks, dividends or growth, now it's management job to execute it perfectly with this excess amount of cash. Even though BML has and will have competition in Japan always, I believe they will be fine. There are lock-in effects in testing businesses, and I don't think customers willingly or often want to change their services providers, as that can be require a lot of work, so they don't want to do that. It is a specialized industry where BML operates, where niches can be found and defended. Japanese government has influence on profitability of BML. This is something all investors should know, but as the company truly serves Japanese people's health, regulatory risks probably will be limited in this case, I believe. BML and its peers serve the nation and have thus the license to operate and make money, so to speak. This is what I believe. This was BML. Well, what is my valuation on it, you ask now? You go and do your valuation every time yourself, but let me present to you my valuation now. With expected returns of 10% annually, I believe BML's fair value to be 3,900 yens. Currently the stock is trading at around 2,800 yens, with sufficient margin of safety taken into account. For me, BML is a buy under 2,900 yens. And as said, I have already bought it to my portfolio and opened a position. Let's hope no black swans like muddy waters. Short reports on Eurofins appear on this lab testing services provider from Japan. BML seems like a good business to invest in these levels. Ticks many boxes I have on my checklist. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe Arctic Money to show support. This gives me a lot of energy to keep on going and sharing my investing here on YouTube. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video. Bye bye.